Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Antonia Atkinson. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Jamaica pledges support to Venezuela after back-to-back earthquakes. Firefighters battling blaze at Myersville dump site. And later in sports, more rounds of 32 places to be decided in World Cup today.
Thank you for joining. Now the details. Jamaica is moving to support Venezuela following powerful earthquakes that struck the South American nation Wednesday night. In a statement, the government expressed deep sadness at the devastation and extended condolences to families affected, particularly those who have lost loved ones or remain trapped. It says the country stands ready to assist with relief and recovery efforts, joining regional and international partners in responding to the crisis. The government says the disaster-prone Caribbean nation, Jamaica, understands the urgency of rapid response and recovery. It also highlighted the strong regional ties with Venezuela, saying those bonds are driving Jamaica's willingness to help in this critical moment. No details yet on what form that support will take, but authorities say Jamaica is prepared to respond as needs become clearer. Meanwhile, people remain trapped in the rubble as rescuers race against time to save lives. We have the details from the CNN.
I'm at Playa Grande. This is one of the areas most devastated by the two earthquakes that took place Wednesday in Venezuela. Here there's an active survivor rescue and there are neighbors and rescue teams trying to locate the people that are still inside of this building, like this man. ¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
Carlos Baez.
Carlos Baez. Carlos is a neighbor and he's trying to get in touch with a lady that is in that building. He is waving at us.
¡Muestra la mano!
Every time Carlos talk to her,
Ahí donde está el trapo rojo.
she's trying to wave their hand with the red cloth.
Saluda hacia abajo para que te vean bien. Para que sepan que estás ahí.
So many people that are trapped from yesterday are trying to get the sense of the time that they are being stuck there and trying to make the efforts to bring more rescue team, more people to this area that is still with many people alive, and they want, of course, that they are out of this situation as soon as possible. La Guaira, as I said, is one of the areas most devastated in Venezuela, especially the international airport of Caracas that is located here. As you can see, there's a lot of rubble and debris in these buildings that I'm in right now. An entire complex of buildings are devastated. For CNN, Maritrini Mena.
Firefighters in St. Elizabeth have been locked in a days-long battle to contain a blaze at the Myersville dump. Alia Bryant has the details.
Firefighters from the Santa Cruz and Junction fire departments have spent the past few days battling recurring fires at the Myersville dump site in St. Elizabeth. Now, despite repeated efforts to extinguish the blaze, the fire has continued to flare up, forcing firefighters to return daily as they work to bring the situation under control.
On reaching the location, we observed that the left side of the dump is on fire. We are now using one medium jet consisting of two lengths of hoses to extinguish the blaze.
Officials say the origin of the fire has not yet been determined.
We have a pumper from Junction, which is 5-41, and a water tender from Santa Cruz. We are analyzing the situation to see if we can get it under control somehow or stop the area. If we get that equipment in, we can stop the blaze from one area.
Meanwhile, the persistent blaze is now threatening the livelihoods of nearby residents.
We can't afford to lose my local job because I have two children when the house out at dump and I don't have a house. If we leave it, government have a bill house for me. I'm find a job.
Alia Bryant, TVJ News.
The parliamentary opposition is again calling for a livable wage to help ordinary Jamaicans cope with the increased cost of living. This follows a vibrant debate in the House on Tuesday as it approved orders to increase the national minimum wage effective 1. Details from Andrea Chisholm.
As announced by the Prime Minister in March, the national minimum wage will move from $16,000 per 40-hour work week to $17,000 as of July 1. For the opposition, it's not enough.
Announcing a measly increase of roughly $200 per day is really an insult to the hard-working people of Jamaica who are struggling.
What we are saying is no one should be paid less than $17,000 a week. We continue to encourage those persons who can to pay more.
Next issue, the opposition wants special consideration for laborers who work in the sun and tourism workers.
They are not the normal type of worker. In many situations, for one, their time is unpredictable, and also their time of work exists in hours that is not only risky, but also more expensive for travel.
If we were to adopt that, it would lead to what we saw a while ago. Simply, you'd have different sectors asking for the same special conditions. And that is not the principle or the policy of this government. Matter of fact, we have moved towards a level, fair playing field.
In response to the call for a livable wage, Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. said the matter was being considered by the National Minimum Wage Advisory Commission. Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
Education Minister Dr. Diana Morris-Dixon says the performance of boys in the 2026 Primary Exit Profile PEP is encouraging, with 7 boys placing among the top 10 students. Dr. Morris-Dixon was speaking at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing. She says the results are significant as girls have traditionally outperformed boys in the national examination. The Education Minister says the ministry is looking at establishing a boys' committee to help improve male student performance and push the numbers even further.
We have some schools that are trying different innovations. They're structuring the classroom differently, doing more breaks. You have some schools that have actually split boys and girls during the PEP years. Some of them are seeing results. We have to study those results more. But we also are doing it very scientific. In the ministry, we use data to move forward, and that's why the big event that we're doing in November with the rest of the Caribbean ministers of education and UNESCO is important, because across the Caribbean this is a phenomenon that we see with the boys underperforming the girls, but we believe that it's something that we can fix, and we're going to look at global studies to look at how we can deal with it here.